Imagine a big marketplace where countries from all around the world come to trade goods like cars, toys, and food. This marketplace is called World Trade, and it helps make the world a better place by connecting everyone. But one day, a powerful leader named Mr. Trump had an idea. He said, "Why are we buying so much from other countries when we can make it ourselves? Let's add an extra fee to goods coming into our country." This extra fee is called a tariff. It's like setting up toll booths at every entrance to the marketplace. What did Trump do? Mr. Trump added tariffs to many things the U.S. buys from other countries. Here are some examples. Steel and aluminum. He added a 25% tariff on steel and a 10% tariff on aluminum from many countries. He said this would help keep America safe and strong. China. He put tariffs as high as 25% on goods from China, like electronics and clothes. This was to make sure China played fair in trade. Cars. He even talked about adding a 25% tariff on cars from other countries. This was meant to help American car makers. Mr. Trump believed these tariffs would protect American jobs by making foreign goods more expensive. The ripple effect. At first, Mr. Trump thought this would help American businesses, but soon, things started to change. Higher prices. Goods became more expensive. Imagine buying a toy from China or a car from Germany yet now cost more because of the tariff. American families felt the pinch in their wallets. Angry neighbors. Other countries didn't like paying extra fees. They decided to fight back by adding their own tariffs on American goods. Farmers who sold corn and soybeans overseas suddenly had fewer buyers because their goods were now too expensive. A shaky marketplace. The world trade market became tense. Companies had to rethink how they got their supplies. Some moved factories closer to home, while others struggled with rising costs. Europe struggles. In Europe, countries like Germany and France were worried. They sold many cars and chemicals to America, but now those products were hit with tariffs too. European businesses lost money because fewer Americans wanted to buy their goods. The European Central Bank had to help stabilize the economy, but many feared a recession. The global trade war. As more countries added tariffs, the marketplace turned into a battlefield, a trade war. Exports dropped, jobs were lost, and economies slowed down. Even America wasn't spared. Its farmers and manufacturers struggled. But there was a small positive side. Some American companies started making products locally again, which brought jobs back home. The results affect the United States and other countries. The tariffs had big effects on both the U.S. and other countries. United States. American consumers paid more for imported goods. Farmers and manufacturers who relied on exports struggled with fewer buyers abroad. Some industries grew as they made goods locally. Other countries like China, Germany, and France, had fewer exports to the U.S. They faced higher costs for American goods due to retaliatory tariffs. Global trade relationships became strained. In the end, Mr. Trump's tariffs showed how connected the world is. When one country makes changes, it affects everyone else. The world trade marketplace continued its journey, navigating the complexities of global trade in a changing world. As things settled, one thing was clear. The world had entered a new era of trade, where alliances were tested and economies were reshaped. The future was uncertain, but one thing remained constant: the pursuit of prosperity in a global marketplace.